Two, one, zero. We are Rewire Refresh. Leadership in the real world. Michelle,
Yes,
Michelle,
yeah.
I have a book here that you can't tell what it is, but I can flick through it and we can have three golden nuggets. Is that
Yeah.
what the game plan is?
Yeah, so this is a book of leadership, right? Full of everything to do with leadership. And we love mystery games as well, don't we? Like pulling cards and kind of doing that. So yeah, if you want to flick through and I'll say when. When?
If it's to be, it's up to me.
Wow, talk about timing. Oh my gosh.
What do you get? What do you get from that, Michelle?
Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, it hit me right in the heart. Like, really quite big and soft, like a tenderness, not a scarcity, like a I've got this, I've got my own back, I trust myself. And also knowing what I want, so having that clarity and a clear vision and the willingness. Like, am I mastering something or am I dabbling? And that's the thing, like the energy, focus, and effort I put in is what I'm going to get out. So it's on me, full stop. Like extreme ownership. What am I creating? And it's interesting to see how I feel about that because it's easy for other people in particular, like others may feel guilt, blame, shame, regret, or resentment. Like, ah, oh, well, I never keep my word. Integrity means nothing. I'm a failure. I just Whereas it's interesting to see shifts and change within myself of going, I can do anything. Anything is possible 100% of the time. And I create my vision. I get to design my dream lifestyle. So it's actually really empowering. What about you, Rory? What do you get?
Um, yeah, when I learned that distinction, when I learned that, it it was daunting and still is a little bit because of the awesome power. And I like the word awesome because it is a bit scary. It's scary. It's scarily awesome to go, wow, what? Yes, there's the excitement of dreams to reality, but it's also what I'd learned from the past, which is that I could have been feeling more like a slave to a system
Mm,
and out of control of those things. And when I felt powerless in moments of that, I want to do this, I want to try this out, explore, create with others,
yeah.
and didn't feel like I had the words or the voice to keep it going. So I could
Mhm.
start things and I and 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 they would sort of come to a natural end, but I I think some things often do, and that's okay too. But I didn't feel like I had any control over that.
Mm, okay.
So when now I've learnt that yes, I'm am I choosing whether it's going to be a natural end to something or is there something that I want to continue and make happen because of it? Because
Yeah.
it's can't have it can't. we don't want everything all the time. Everything is possible 100% of the time, but we don't want everything all at once and everything all at the time, all at the same time. So it's like it's really is fascinating to have that choice to keep
Yeah.
choosing. It's a
Mm,
funny process of like, does that person that's upset get to, is it that I get to allow them with my choice to feel their own discomfort so they can learn their own thing
mm,
rather than just becoming advice. I know there's advice giving or there's ways to
mm,
draw out what is wanted, but is it that is my focus putting something that's not in my vision? And so it's a fascinating thing of where to put attention and what to grow
mm.
and what not to grow and whether or not we're in alignment and becoming comfortable with just that pathway and where we get to shift and grow with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just even just one concept is massive, isn't
Mm.
it?
Yeah, I really love that you say about choice, like you have a choice, and that's really empowering. And what you're choosing, where your focus goes, your energy flows, and results show. So that's what I'm really hearing from that. Amazing. Look at us being laser focused.
Awesome.
Okay,
All right.
next.
Shall I pick one this time?
Yes, please.
Although you say when on the page,
When?
your vision is a declaration to cause something in the future that is
Mm.
inspiring, meaningful, rich, deep, purposeful, and transformative, a future that brings out the best in who you are in your authentic self.
Mic drop. Wow. That is incredible. I mean, reading that out loud and declaring it yourself, Rory, tell us what's coming up for you.
Um, that yes, it feels like what in the response that you gave to when you heard that it's up to be it's up to it's if it's to be it's up to me. You felt empowered and you didn't feel a sense of lack. I felt of lack. I
Mm,
felt like I didn't feel any lack when I said that because I feel like
mm,
I've declared or got clearer on my vision so much so that the vision, I know what the mission looks like that represents the vision. So everything I can everything that comes along, I can actually do go tick. Yes, I'm going to do that because it's part of that, or no, I don't need to do that because it's not part of that. And it's
amazing.
bigger, and the vision is bigger than ourselves, but for our authentic selves to
Mm,
help make that happen.
yeah, it's not just a moment, it's a movement. And yeah, when you said like it's bigger, I absolutely agree. Like the vision, especially your vision, is so much bigger than yourself and your mission. And I love that you said that. I feel exactly the same because what I was getting reading that was your passion and purpose for what intention for creating a greater impact. And so visually I was seeing that ripple effect with people. And that's something that I've had complimented many times recently, which means I'm living my mission. And for you listening as well, see what clues or signs that you've got as well from hearing this, because Rory and I, am speaking for both of us now, we do this work, and I say it's bunny rabbit ears because it's not work, it's passion and mission. Like we were born to change lives. We were put on this earth to create that greater impact. And so when it's impact over currency, for example, yes, we can measure it that we know we're making an impact because we see money in the bank. For us, it's not the money that gets us out of bed. And plus, when we do have the wealth from creating that impact, what are we doing with that? So, it's contribution, it's generosity, it's for the mission, and it just grows and grows. And that itself is so powerful. So isn't it amazing how the universe has given us these two stacked upon each other? I'm very excited for the third one. Do you want to choose, or do you want me to choose, or are you wanting to add anything before we move on?
That's all good. You choose,
Okay, when?
and I will when. Master leaders are responsible for it all. To be responsible is to be the sole, uncontested author of one's life. Leadership is responsibility in action.
Mm, mhm,
Um, Building on what I said before about authentic, is kind of meeting those two together, being authentic and choosing, and the responsibility piece is the daily practice for me of
mhm,
sometimes it can look like when we're showing up to talk about stuff, how all these different distinctions can be. What I'm getting from this is that sometimes it can be like, hey, look at this really cool thing to get excited by, and it's a perfect idealistic way of being, to be a leader and to do all these things, but
mhm,
also that authenticness to keep the process in the background, which is responsible for the responsibility, helps to help someone to grow and show up in a certain way. However, it's also about noticing the mess and the the pitfalls, the flaws that we have, the to not disregard them and to be
mhm,
able to share them. Like I've said in the first one as well, when I was like, well, yeah, there's all the way through my life there was difficulties. Like, and it's up until now that I'm better at doing that. But it's, if I was to stop that pros practices and stop being responsible for them, they would just all come back again. So for
mm,
me, it's like being in the boat and keeping the oars going, and
mm.
as well. And it's daily work. That's what I'm getting from that.
Yeah, I love that. And also, that's your conscious, isn't it? It really sounds like you are being intentional, you're being conscious, not being on autopilot, because you're aware and you're taking the action. So that was the important bit in the last part, the action. And yeah, responsibility is the ability to respond. So responding over reacting, and also being our highest self. 100% Rory, I agree, of daily practice. You can have an immersion, you can have a breakthrough and a real transformation, and then it's the consistency over perfection. That is the game changer, and that is life. And I love what you said really about the messy middle, because that's where the affirmation of I am a work in progress really comes into play. By taking those actions to fail, first attempt in learning, to learn and grow. And that's where the sage powers come from. Our sage is lessons and learnings with opportunities and possibilities. And that's where the growth is, the expansion and the fun, the playfulness. We get to have the joy. It gets to be fun and easy rather than kind of doom and gloom and dragging our feet. We get to be pulled by love, not pushed by fear. And I really love that. That's kind of the top stack to be kind of systematic. Yeah, being responsible. Yeah, beautiful, lovely.
Amazing. And noticing that that's in the real world, not just aspiring to stand on a stage and talk about it. And I
Yeah.
think that's where that all nicely brings back round to what actions are we taking every day to
Yeah.
show up and be awesome. Amazing. Love to hear what you got from this. Highlights, questions, comments, shares to those who would like to know more. And that's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
For this
I'm
week.
looking forward to hearing it, hearing the insights and the takeaways. Yeah.
Really amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, say highlights when you have a highlight and you think and you share, it repeats in your mind. So, yeah,